her locking me out when I went to obviously go take a shower, and then she locked the door and left, and I didn't have my keys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin. If you're new, nice to meet you. If you're coming back, hello. Papa Squad. It's story time. I'm about to talk about my roommate situation. We'll call it a horror story, mainly because they tried me and it could have been horrible for them. But we got that figured out. So, background, I go to NC State and I decided to stay in a hall style dorm. And I also decided to be in a village. So basically, the Live and Learning Village, you live with people and you do certain activities, and in my case, a mentorship with other people that go to school with you. And basically, your roommate is the person that's in your village. So I technically had 3 roommates in total. So before the school year even started, they had gave me my first roommate. She was like 20, but she was like really sweet, really cool, but I just felt like we wouldn't have vibed as well in like a living situation, so it's probably best that we not be roommates. So I asked for a switch, just like a freshman. I wanted someone that was like in the same situation as me. So they gave me a new roommate, and this is my first real roommate. So I meet her. I think she texted me or I texted her. I can't remember. But I remember we started texting, just talking about like who we are, things we like, and like who needs to bring what, or what are you bringing, or this and that. So that's how, like, I met her off that. Of course, like, I stalked her on her social medias to like see if she was crazy, to see if she was cool, like who am I about to live with, and she seemed cool or whatever. So I moved in a day early. I got to situate the room how I wanted it, you know, my little feng shui or whatever. So I did that. And then I think she moved in like the next day, and it was cool, but like I was doing other stuff, so like I really wasn't like there to like help her and do all these other things, but we figured it out and it was good. So when usually colleges will do a roommate agreement where you go sit down with your RA and you make, you know, guidelines for each other as roommates. So we did that, and that was kind of when I got my first red flag of her, and I was just like, ugh, is this gonna work? So we go into the roommate agreement and sit down with our RA, and we go over like temperature, like gas, like things pertaining to the room. So the first thing was temperature. I honestly hate being cold. It's not for me, but like as long as like a room is not so cold that it's penetrating through my sheets and I still can't get warm, I don't like being that cold. So I already asked, all right, so what do you want the heat, the air to stay around? And I was like 67 to 70 is good to me. And then she said 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was like, oh, like, why are you so cold? Like, why do you want to be so cold? And we agreed on 65. Some days 65 is like real cold, and some days it's like kind of sticky, but it's up and down. But like 50 cold, 50 ain't ever gonna like not be cold. So like there would be times where like she would change it to 50, or like I would change it to like 67 or whatever, and then I get back and like the room's at 50, and I'm just like, okay, I know I went up 2, but you can't go down 15 degree drop, yeah, no, that's what we're not doing. So that was like our first like on surface like issues. Like she would turn the heat down, I'd turn it up. Like like I'm really not about to be cold. And I always went to sleep after her, so like if I wanted to switch it and go to sleep and get comfortable, I could do that. She went to sleep, well, at least in the beginning of the semester, she would go to sleep at like 11:15 every night, and you're probably like 11 o'clock's not late. I mean, not early, but it's not late at the same time. Like, people are still moving at 11:15. Like, she be in bed at 11:15, like knocked out, like not like getting out the shower, like in bed. And me, I think I would settle down at 11 o'clock, but I wouldn't like get in bed till maybe like 1. But like, I wasn't doing anything, I was just like chilling. But that was like our second problem. So like, she said I would keep her up at night. And well, like, fast forward, now we're at the point where we're like saying, yeah, no, that's not a fast forward. So we're living together, and like the temperature was like the biggest problem. But then that like really irritated me. So then it was Labor Day weekend, and mainly everybody went home, but I didn't go home. So she went home, but she lived in the state, like she lived in the city that the school was in, so like she could go home whenever she want. But she went home this weekend, and I remember writing on my calendar, I was like, free cribbo, like hit me up for the Addy, like fake stuff like that. And so it's Labor Day weekend, and like I get on my bed, because both our beds are lofted. I get on my bed, and there's a note on her bed, and like I saw it, like it was on a big whiteboard, and I saw it, and I was just like, what did she write? And so like I get closer, and it says, please do not have anyone in or on my bed. And I'm like, girl, like, do I look dirty? Like, do you think I would really let somebody like sleep in your bed? Like, come on, like you really trying me right now. So that was like the second time I was just like, is she trying me? Like, or she's just like, she don't get it? Like, it's not clicking for her? Like, what is the problem? Because I was like, I'm not doing nothing wrong. Like, why is she so hurt? And like, why is she trying me? So fast forward, she come back. You know, at this point, like, I'm not confrontational, but like, I'm just like, what's good? So I was like, so why'd you leave a note on your bed? Why didn't you just like tell me like before you left, like, hey girl, because I saw you before you left, like you could have like spoke to me and been like, you know, it's fine, you have people over, just then we went to go have private meetings with our assistant director to see if there could actually be some changes, what can happen, new roommates, XYZ. So I go down to talk to my assistant director, and we're just talking about the problems that have occurred, and basically, you know, everything, and like why isn't this working? And then somehow she pulled up some tweets. And it was funny to me because the girl that I was rooming with didn't have a Twitter. So I was like, well, how is she seeing these tweets, and why are they screenshotting, why are they messaging her, why are they sending to her? If I didn't say anything crazy. Like, I didn't say anything. Only thing I said, I was like, don't let me get without no roommate. I'm gonna act a fool. Just like basically like what you would do if you had a room to yourself. But that all occurred, and then she basically came out of her mouth and said, you're at a PWI now. There's just some things you're gonna have to, some cultures you're just gonna have to adjust to. And I was just like, I don't understand what cultures I have to adjust to. I'm pretty familiar with, you know, I've had a diverse outlook on life and with people, and I just don't know what cultures and what that has to do with what's going on with the roommate situation. But okay, continue. And you know, she was just talking, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of like done with this conversation, done with this situation. So like from that point on, I was just like, I'm not moving, y'all can figure it out, but I'm really not about to like change and adjust to cultures because someone's that uncomfortable with me doing my hair at night and me not being freezing cold. So eventually it all got worked out. She moved down the hall. I didn't have a roommate for the rest of the school year. Nothing really super dramatic happened other than her locking me out when I went to obviously go take a shower, and then she locked the door and left, and I didn't have my keys. Like, I can't leave without my keys, and I had a whole shower robe on, but that's cool. So yeah, there was nothing too dramatic that happened, but Robin having a roommate freshman year just wasn't it. I'm living with my girls next year, well, in the fall. But yeah, that's my roommate horror story. You know, hope you liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can see when I post, because who knows when I post. And yeah, just keep watching me, keep supporting me, keep being here with me. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. I feel like I'm walking the tightrope.